In the early days of 3D platformers, there were a handful of studios that came out swinging, including Nintendo with Super Mario 64, Naughty Dog with Crash Bandicoot, Rare with Banjo-Kazooie, and finally a little studio called Insomniac Games. While their first game, Disruptor, sold poorly, their second game would catapult them to one of PlayStation's main developers and one of my favorite studios, as well as launch a franchise that would last decades, even as Insomniac themselves moved on to other series. This is Spyro the Dragon. Hello there, and welcome to Spyro. My name is Eric, I call myself Demon Alchemist. And yeah, like I said, this is only the second game from Insomniac, which is crazy, because it is so much fun. I called it a 3D platformer, but I didn't say what kind. But like all those games I mentioned except for Crash, it's a collectathon. A very fun one, a simple one, but a fun one. And I apologize, the video quality and audio might not be great. My setup isn't ideal right now, and I'm hoping to improve that by just the next episode. But regardless, I think it looks okay since this is a PS1 game. I feel like it works well enough for now. Oh, God, I love this game so much, and I'm excited. Let's go. In the world of dragons.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it six? For a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature. Simple? He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat! Besides, he is ugly. That does it!
Looks like I've got some things to do.
Yeah, I love... This game's a great representation, the adventure begins, of Insomniac's style of humor. It's not exactly like, say, Ratchet and Clank or Spider-Man, but it's definitely got their charm. We rescued Nestor.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
I love how just, like, the game doesn't explain everything, but it's pretty clear. There's actually a surprising amount of voice acting in this game compared to other early platformers. Other early 3D platformers, I should say. After you save a dragon, there will be a fairy here, I think. Okay, now I don't remember her name. She's a character. I don't actually know if that's her. I will remember her name later, I'm sure. But yeah, you come here, you can watch the dragon scene again, which is awesome. And you can save. You do have to manually save. There are not very many options, just sound effects, music volume, speaker setup, vibration, and camera. If you do active, it'll follow you more. If you passive, you control it more. Why did I come back there? I don't know. Inventory, you can either press select to get there or this way. It's a collectathon. Every level has gems called treasures in this game for some reason, and dragons. There's one other type of collectible that's more infrequent, and we'll get to it in a bit. I can close that. Unfortunately, you can't control it with the right stick, but unlike a lot of PlayStation games, this game does support analog, so you can move with the left stick. It's actually really nice. Instead, you control the camera with L2 and R2. Oh my god. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to the controls again, because it's been a while since I've played Spyro. I have played these games quite a lot. God, I'm so all over the place. It has been a full month since I recorded, and I guess that's worth addressing. There's a couple reasons why I had such a long break there. One of them is that I was having tons of technical difficulties with getting Doom to record properly. And, like, I tried several things, and I was still having issues. And then I kind of burned myself out on Doom anyway. playing a ton of Doom 3 and Doom 2016 and Eternal, so I wasn't really feeling Doom anyway. Recently, I've been playing Insomniac games, specifically Spider-Man, and actually also, it's not Insomniac, it's Sucker Punch, but I've also been playing Sly Cooper. Those have been things I've been doing, so I figured Spyro made sense as a platformer trio game. This is the balloonist, Marco. Oh, he doesn't talk. If you prove your worth by rescuing 10 dragons, then you may use this balloon to fly to a new world. Not all characters talk, but quite a few do. And if you're familiar with the series, you might have been surprised by Spyro's voice, because this is actually the only Spyro game where he's voiced by Carlos Alazraqui, voice actor, comedian. He's great, and he does a great job as Spyro, but it does sound weird to me, because a lot of the rest of the games, he's voiced by Tom Kenny. No, I screwed that up. Actually, I'm trying to remember if there's a specific thing with hovering. Yeah, Tom Kenny's great. He's my preferred voice for Spyro, so it feels weird. But onto the controls of the game, I figure it's worth getting ahead. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out of practice. Square is charge. Circle is fire. These are fodder animals. They drop butterflies that Sparks, our dragonfly, will eat when he's not full. He is our health bar. And there's a dragon we're about to get that'll briefly explain, but he won't actually go in detail, so I will. Gold is full, blue is next, then green. After that, he'll die, and you'll have no dragonfly at all, which is how, like, at that point, if you get hit again, then you die. Which also means that he doesn't pick up gems for you. Oh, I love the way the numbers bounce and hit the ground realistically. This game has so much charm. But yeah, circle is fire. If you press X in midair, you'll start to hover. Dark Hollow. All the levels look like this, and we'll get to them in a bit. If you pick up a dragon statue, it is a life. How many? There's 100 gems in this level, right? Yeah. There's a little bit of noise level with my setup here, so I'm gonna try not to stay on the menus where there's no background audio. And I apologize if it's still noticeable. I guess I can go into detail about what I was trying to do. I was trying to record with the PS3, but it has HDCP protection like the other PlayStation consoles do, or like 4 and 5, but you can't disable it. So I was like, I don't intend to use it to rip movies or anything, but I still can't record with it until I get a way around that. So hopefully I'll have that sorted for the next episodes. Where did he go? There we go. These are Norks. That's the enemy type of the game in general. Obviously, they're nasty Norks soldiers. The intro says that they're actually converted from gems, which is why they drop them when you kill them, which is an interesting detail I did not remember. But yeah, so right now I'm just playing on a PS1, the slim PlayStation model, through an adapter to HDMI to my Elgato. So it's not ideal. It doesn't look great on my screen, and I know it won't look great on the video, but I hope you'll bear with me for now, because I did not want to stop again. That's how it works. In later Spyro games, you can press triangle to pop up while hovering. Here, all it does is make you drop immediately, which is still useful, but it's different. I just need to keep that in mind. I am just missing 10 gems, and I'm obviously missing 3 dragons, so let's go ahead and grab those. We rescued Thomas.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide, and don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers.
Oh, that.
I do love Carlos's Spyro. He's cool. God, what is her name? I feel so bad. She's in like all the Spyro games. The fairy. Does it start with an S? Oh, I'm not sure. A thing actually I want to look up. Okay. A thing in a bunch of Insomniac games is skill points. And I couldn't remember if they're in this game. I didn't think so, and I'm right. They aren't. They're in 2 and 3, as well as Ratchet and Clank, and maybe Resistance? Not Spider-Man, actually, I realize. Weird. Oh my god, can I please? Thank you. We rescued Delbin.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
I do kind of like that they don't tell you outright, but it is definitely an interesting way of doing health. If I fall in the water, you'll see, because you take damage in water. These don't light up when you get on each one, but you do need to jump on all 5 to unlock the final level of this world. Aside from the boss, I guess. Sunny Flight. This is a flight level. We will get to those. Ow. Yeah. He's now blue. Now green. Now he's gone. So if I fall in again, I die. Where am I missing? Oh, I know. We haven't gone over here yet. This is where the boss will be. The butterfly will turn into Sparks if you don't have him. Then he will eat. In later games, every 10th butterfly will give you a life. But I don't believe that's true here. Yeah, here's the rest of the gems. This game is very simple. There's only a couple types of collectibles, and there aren't like a ton per level, and there's not a lot of other objectives. It does tell you when you have them all in the level, which is great. We rescued Argus.
Cool Flash, do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the Dragon Mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
Yes, this is where the boss will be. Which I think I remember who it is, but there's no reason to get into it. It still pains me that I can't remember that fairy's name. Stone Hill, first level. I love that you fly into a portal, and then you seamlessly enter the level. It's actually a really cool thing for the PlayStation 1. Or at least somewhat seamlessly. He flies up, and then, oh, that is pretty seamless. It's actually a little less seamless in the Reignited Trilogy, which is crazy. That's one of the few complaints I have with the Reignited Trilogy, and it is a minor one. They are remakes of the first 3 Spyro games. They're enemies. I guess they're too big to be fodder, so that makes sense. But all 3 Spyro games are in the Reignited Trilogy, and they're basically exactly the same gameplay-wise. They're just prettier. It's actually way more faithful than the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, which I do also love, but they feel different than the original games. They match the originals pretty damn well with Spyro. Here's Lindar.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Oh, that cut off weirdly. That is a little misleading, because it's a checkpoint, but it doesn't actually save your game. I feel like there's definitely some kids that assumed he was saying it's saved your game, and so lost progress. And that would have been very aggravating, I think. Oh, I love the way the numbers, like, spin as they count up. This game is just so charming. I will eventually cover the remakes as well, by the way. I just wanted to start with the originals, because it felt weird to start with the remakes. I don't know. I didn't play this game as a child, but I still have some nostalgia for Spyro. My nephew actually played a Spyro game. I don't remember. I think it was actually the first Legend of Spyro game. I never actually played it, so I'm not certain. But I was born in 98. He was born in 99, so I think it was Legend of Spyro. Here's Astor.
After you freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya.
The dragon models repeat, and the voices, I'm sure there's overlap, but they have quite a number of different voices, which is nice. Oh, that'll just bring me back up. When you see a, like, vortex thing like that, usually it carries you somewhere, unless it's a platform like that, which then takes you out of the actual level. But that's the same model of dragon that was the main one talking in the intro scene. Ooh, I forgot about keys. I guess there are 4 types of collectibles, but those are not tracked. They're just used to open chests. I actually entirely forgot about them. Crazy. Like I said, it's been a while since I played Spyro. I've actually played... I'm trying to think. I was going to say I've played the sequels more, but I'm not sure that's true. Because I have played this game a lot. I didn't go down here, right? No, I didn't, because... Well, that's not what I meant. Here's Gaddon. Free?
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
I guess they do explain it in more detail, but I believe the chest is down here, right? Yeah. They even animate it fully. That's cool. I'm very impressed by this game, if you can't tell. Like, this is the same year as Banjo-Kazooie, and the PS1 and N64 have very different, like, advantages. One disadvantage of the PS1, although it is pretty charming, is the way that polygons tend to, like, warp and stretch as you approach. I think that's a PS1 thing in general, and it's a trick to, like, save memory, I think. I don't actually know the details. I'm not an expert on PS1 hardware. I've played a bunch of the games, but I've not actually, like, read up on it. Ooh, wizards. They got ranged attacks. I think. Doesn't matter. Didn't give them a chance. This game starts off pretty easy, and it isn't that hard. There are a couple of difficult things later, but not that difficult. This game and the series in general is just much easier than, say, Crash Bandicoot. Or even Banjo, I'd say. It's a very chill, easy entry into collectathons. It's very approachable, while also being very charming, very polished, and just a joy to play. I'll try to stop, the thing I was gonna say, whatever. Gildas!
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the X button at the top of a jump, and try pressing the triangle button to drop down in mid-flight.
Yeah, the game actually explains all the mechanics pretty well. I'll try not to gush too much about the game. I will point out if there's anything I can think of that, no, I don't need this. That's a little annoying that happens like that. In the remake, it doesn't. I'll try to point out any issues I have. Oh, that's not a thing to go to. You might notice I've explored everywhere that's obvious I can get to, and that's because you can get to this outer area, which is awesome. This is an area that I wouldn't expect to be part of the playable game. This is an area I wouldn't expect to be playable. And this game does that a lot, where, like, it feels pretty open. It does a good job of feeling like worlds, even though this is weirdly an island. Oh, is this... I expected him to run faster than this. That is an egg thief. He holds the... Shit. He holds the other collectible type we haven't seen yet. Dragon eggs. Each one will be in a specific location and have a specific track they run along, and your goal is to catch them and steal the egg back. It's usually not too hard. Ugh. Ah! Okay, yeah, the collision's a little weird on the edges of that platform, the ring around, so you want to stay farther out than I was there. I was trying to go faster by cutting, like, closer in, but I guess don't, because you sort of drift, because it's a slope. So I guess do more like this. I don't have a lot of, like, I haven't planned out any advice. Where is... Oh, he's up ahead. Okay. Are there no gems out here? I thought there were. Okay, now he's going pretty fast. Yeah, it's weird how you drift. It's freaking me out, actually. But I almost caught him immediately the first time, so I don't expect this to be too bad. Just be careful not to pass him, because then he'll just turn around and run the other way. You can use fire to hit him. You don't have to charge him. But you still have to be pretty close to get the fire to hit him. There we go. And we just collect it. There's no animation, doesn't talk. It's not like the third game, where dragon eggs are the main collectible. Oh, I love the third game. This is a series where I think the sequels substantially improve on it. There are some games where I feel like sequels, whoa, it looked like I was going to fall straight through, kind of overcomplicate things. And that's a little true here. Spyro 2 adds a ton of different collectible types, and it adds a lot of mini-games and things, and they're fun, but it can be a little overwhelming. And Spyro 3 sort of oh my god. Spyro 3 kind of reins it back in. That's the word I was going for. Oh, a thing I haven't done yet, because I almost never do it, is you can dodge left and right. I don't think it's particularly useful, but it is a thing you can do. I knew there were some gems out here. What all do I have left? We have all 4 dragons. We're only missing 7 gems. I think they're all around here. This level is even simpler than normal. It's mostly, I think, just sort of an open area to give you a chance to get used to the controls. Although I guess the hub world is also pretty good for that. Oh, so many butterflies. It's crazy he doesn't eat them. Freaks me out. I'm missing only 2 gems. And unlike the sequels, there is no way to have Sparks point to the nearest gem. So I'm just gonna run around for a bit until I find this gem. It's probably just a 1 green gem. I haven't pointed it out explicitly, but there are different colors of gems that are worth different amounts. Green is 2, red is 1, purple is 5. I don't remember higher than that. I think there's another purple that's higher, but it's also a different shape. But yeah, I will see you back when I find this gem. By the way, if you try to go beyond the borders of the world, that happens. Just a simple thing. I'm glad it's not just an invisible wall. It's actually something. Here we go. Just a chest all the way out here. And that is now 100%. Yeah, I'll go over to the portal. You can also just exit from the menu. There's just an exit level option, which is phenomenally well thought out. There's just a lot. They clearly had an understanding of what they were doing. Because there's just, I don't know. Insomniac is special, man. Return home. Yeah, you just soar up the sky. Oh, it works so well. I love it. I love it so much. And levels that have different skies have different skies in the portal, so it's still seamless. Oh, okay. Next level, I don't remember the order, and the order doesn't really matter. Oh, yeah, this. After you've killed an enemy before, they'll drop that instead, or after you've collected their gem, I should say. And if you fill up a circle there, it'll increase your lives. The same as picking up a dragon statue. Yeah, let's do Dark Hollow. Ooh. Moodier sky. Oh yeah, I didn't point it out, but when you go through the portal with gems, it'll pour into that chest, and it looks cool. I think this... Oh, enemies with shields. Any enemy that has, like, metal like that is invincible to the fire move. And big enemies are invincible to your charge move. But, oh, I guess they're not entirely invincible. If you get around the shield, they will still die to it. Makes sense. But I love that certain enemies need to be beaten in certain ways. Which I know feels like the lowest of bars. But a lot of games didn't have that back then, okay? Ooh, and a big enemy that is metal has to be killed from behind like that. There are plenty of enemies that are only partially blocked for fire. Ugh. I realized I mentioned the platformer trio earlier, and I'm not sure how universal that term is. It refers to Naughty Dog, Insomniac, and Sucker Punch, Sony's 3 main platformer developers. Although the 2 of them don't make like strict platformers anymore, but or at least not often. But I love most of the games from those studios. I haven't played them all. I'm a big fan of the Crash series, including the games that Naughty Dog didn't make. I'm a big fan of the Spyro series. I'm a big fan of Sly Cooper, though I haven't beaten 2 or 3. I like Jak and Daxter 1, but I haven't beaten Jak 2 or 3. Here's Oswin.
Psst, Spyro. Want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Yeah, that is a good thing I hadn't actually thought of before. Yeah, you hold triangle and you look around like that. In the sequels, it's actually first person, and you can aim to fire things. Which, can you still fire? Yeah, you can still use fire like this. If you press square, obviously it'll just boot you out, because you're charging. Oh, I love the sense of momentum. Something that the sequel, something that 4 and 5. So there are 3 main original Spyro games that are not made by Insomniac Games. They are Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which is 4, Spyro A Hero's Tale, which is 5, and Spyro Shadow Dragon? Spyro Shadow Legacy. That's what it's called. It's a DS game that is entirely forgotten, pretty much. I've beaten Enter the Dragonfly 100%. It's got its issues, but I don't really want to get to that right now. A Hero's Tale seems really fun, actually, but it doesn't have as good of momentum as this game, I think, as these games. Insomniac really nailed the feeling of running. You don't keep your speed when you jump while charging in A Hero's Tale. At least not at the beginning. That might be a thing you get later. I don't know. I haven't finished that game. Alban!
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
But not the big ones with metal armor. It's still pretty good instructions, though. They clearly understood how to convey information. I said I wouldn't gush so much, and then I've just kept going. I can't help it. I'm actually having a blast right now. This is one of my favorite platformers of all time. It's just so much fun, and I'm also just glad to be recording again. I really did miss it. But, there's a few other reasons why I stopped that I didn't mention earlier. I just had a ton of things going on in my personal life as well. And so I felt overwhelmed. I was having a hard time finding time to record. I should have a bit more time, at least for a while, and I'm hoping to get back in the habit of recording, and also I intend to get ahead again, because God, it makes such a difference to be a week ahead on videos, so I don't have to edit them with such strict time limits. We rescue Darius.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Yeah, between those two, I feel like that pretty much is the whole combat thing. There's a lot of enemies in this game that can only be killed by one of those things. Yeah, that's all of them. There's not an egg in this level. Pretty sure. I don't know if it tells you. I didn't actually look before we got that egg, so I don't know if there was a silhouette of it. We're going to get through much of this first world, which is pretty cool. There was something else I was going to say. The other platformer trio games. Sucker Punch made Rocket Robot on Wheels, which is an N64 game. An interesting one. And then I mentioned Crash, Spyro. On the PS2, the 3 made Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, like I mentioned, and Ratchet and Clank, which I adore. Ratchet & Clank is one of my favorite game series of all time. Whoa, he's stuck for a second there. Odd. Here's Town Square. And actually, Ratchet & Clank is another series where the protagonist has a different voice in only the first game. James Arnold Taylor played Ratchet in every game in the franchise and the movie, aside from the very first game. And I don't remember the name of the voice actor who did the first game. But he's great too. I actually really like him in that game. Honestly, I think it works better than James Arnold Taylor would have. No, James Arnold Taylor has a lot of range. Because Ratchet in the first game is a lot more selfish. He grows a lot during the game. So it really works with James Arnold Taylor's voice later. Here's Nils.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
Yep. And there is a dragon egg here. And yeah, it shows up on the map. Or on the menu. Perfect. Why did I do that? I don't know why I started flying over there. There's nothing to do. This level is pretty linear. Actually, a lot of them aren't. Can I charge these bulls? I think so. Yeah. Spyro's got better charge than them. Did it take 2 hits to kill him? I don't know. We might not have any more time left after this level, but this is pretty good. This is interesting. You shoot it with fire, it pops up, and you need to collect it before it lands back in the chest. Weird. Is there anything? Oh, that was death. That was death. Well, first death. Still doing pretty good on lives, so I'm not too worried. A charge is... Oh no, he died instantly. I just didn't... He just takes a bit to die, I guess, with the fire. Yeah, I don't think we can get up there right now, so let's just do this. Oh. Yeah, if you get to a spot that you can't recover from, it will just kill you instantly. If you sit in water, you will just die. You have to jump out to just take the one hit and go. I'm trying to think. I guess I continue talking about Platformer Trio. On the PS3, Naughty Dog did Uncharted and then The Last of Us. Insomniac did Resistance while continuing Ratchet and Clank. And Sly Cooper did Infamous. Oh, I love all of those series. Here's Devlin.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Oh, did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing X at the very top of your jump?
Yes. A dragon already told us that. But I suppose they're not communicating with each other, so that's fair. Oh, there's a no, not Minotaur. What are they called? I don't remember. Bullfighter, that's the term. There might be like an actual term for it, but that's it, I think. I've spent quite a bit of time getting this set up and fiddling with things, so I'm tired. Thankfully, I'm only recording the one video today. I say thankfully, but it also worries me because I don't want to have to record right before the videos go up anymore. That is so stressful. Oh my god, they get stuck in the ground. I am so confused. I thought I already killed them. They're weird. Here is Alvar. They each have a unique name.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
They have a lot of personality. It's weird that other things aren't visible while the dragons are here. While the dragons are talking, specifically. I wonder if that's like a technical thing or just a happenstance thing. I don't remember what I do next. Oh, yeah. I had the right idea. You go farther to the right. You glide. Oh, not quite like that, though. You can start a hover from a charge in a jump. Jump while charging and then hover. And you do have more speed, but I don't think that's the best way to get height. I think we're already... God, I forgot just how simple this game is. Only one dragon. We're already more than halfway through on gems. And there's this egg, which we will get. In fact, we just did. That was pretty easy. I forgot how easy they start. The later ones can be a bit tricky. There's one level in particular that is kind of difficult. It's called Treetops. And the thing that really helped me complete it on my first playthrough is an awesome old website called SpyroHints.com. It was originally made in 2003, I believe. Came back 10 years later, and it's still up, and it's very useful. It's also sort of a relic of early 2000s websites, but it's genuinely very helpful. They have sections on all the first 3 Spyro games, and I highly recommend using it. I've recommended Mega Man ZX The Maverick Hunters and Metroid Recon. Both of those are on retropixel.com. Oh yeah, you spin this up to break it. Ah, love this game so much. I know it's such a small thing to freak out about, but it's fun. It's just a little bit of variety. Oh, okay, we do have them all. I was so worried for a second. But yeah, SpyroHints.com is yet another awesome fan site. I'll have it in the description of every video of this series, because it's great, and I recommend using it. Ha, Thor.
Thank you for releasing me.
Not the kind of voice I expect from someone named Thor. That's probably the point. And there we go. That's it for this episode. Yeah. I misspoke. We still have a couple minutes left. I was trying to say that's it for this level. Oh, and in the intro scene, he said 12,000 or is it 14,000 gems? That is not just random dialogue. The total is 14,000, but 12,000 is an amount that matters too. We'll get to it later. I don't remember how many levels there are in this world. Give me a sec. Okay, so there's only 2 levels left. One of which is that flight level, and the other one is the boss. And I'm unsure which to tackle first, because we do not have time. Well, maybe we do. Yeah, let's go ahead and start on the flight level, because for the most part, I will be doing every level before the boss. It's just the flight levels are more difficult. Well, I don't think this one is that difficult. What? I am... Okay, there we go. I thought I landed on that one already. I might have just not been paying attention. We are going to Sunny Flight. These function entirely differently. You fly freely, you have a time limit, and your goal is to destroy all of something. All of 4 different categories of things. Oh, I have misunderstood. I thought you could charge through them. Our goals are to destroy 8 barrels, 8 arches, 8 planes, and 8 chests. There are no dragons in these levels. There's just gems, and you get a reward for each individual category, and then also one for doing them all. So to get 100%, you have to do them all in one go. And they can be difficult. Ooh, controls are inverted. Good to know. I don't remember what is the best way to do. You also get a time bonus for each one you destroy. Okay. That's all of those. This is the wrong way to do this. I guess I'm gonna go for the arch. No, I'm gonna do the chests next. There's a best order for these, pretty much, and I don't remember what they are. And I also keep screwing up the flying, because I'm not used to inverted controls. I've been playing Sly Cooper, like I said, and there's some flight minigames, and I have it set to not be inverted, because even though, like, inverted kind of makes sense with flight things, I still prefer not to have it, so. But we have no choice here. What is the last category? We can't see. Fair enough. Ooh, we're cutting to this close. If I can't do all of this in this episode, then that will be the first thing we do in the next one. Yeah, I'm losing time on this because it's more than a 3-second gap between each one. Ooh, but if I can kill these guys. Oh, but I should be going the other way because it's faster. Oh, no, I do not have time for this. That's not terrible, though. For their first time in a while, that's pretty good. Let's try again. This is going to be my last try, though. I'm going to do chests, then arches the other way. I don't know what's the fast... Oh, shit, that's not good. I don't think I'm going to get it in this try. Again, this one's not... I don't think I said that, actually. This one's not too bad. Later ones can be pretty hard, in my opinion. And they get harder. The ones in 2 and 3 are even harder. I want to go in the reverse direction so that I can cut off the ones going this way. Although it looks like it's about half and half. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. This is so, like, not systematic. And usually you want to have more of a plan than this. That is all of those now, though. And I think there's just one of these guys left. Maybe I will do this. Yeah, I think I will, actually. These are, like, definitely, like, the last ones you're supposed to do. So I'm gonna go fly the other way, which is wasting so much time. But I should be able to do it. I will be going for 40-minute episodes on this series, just like I did with most of my other ones. Oh, I forgot, I wanted to mention. My girlfriend and I intend to record the first episode of a podcast I've been wanting to start tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure when it'll go up. Probably Friday or Saturday. Probably just on YouTube for at least the first episode. I need to look into what other podcast platforms I want to shoot for. But that's basically it. New record. Nice. Yeah, like it's the same time because it only counts when you do them all. No, I don't want to try again. That's it. Awesome. I got 180. Oh, 300 for them all. Got you. Got 180 the first time because I didn't get the fourth one or all in one, obviously. Well, there we go. That'll be it for this video. Of course, I almost die at the very end. It's what I do. I want to remember to save, though. I guess I'll turn around and go to this. Once we beat the boss, we can go to the next world, and that's what the balloonist does. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.